Hello and welcome to Monday evening of week 10. We've reached the end. If you did watch the video from week 10 last year, um, hope you got a kick out of it. Hope you kind of see how the courses really kind of remain the same from year to year, and that's to make sure to give each student um, the same experience. So when you jump into another class, you're like, okay, this student has already had this experience, so they have a foundation of what's going on here in security. The security class, I should say, what was it? A plus, Net plus, Security plus. Um, Firewalls changed a little bit, but usually those three basic class try to remain the same. So to make sure you guys get an introduction to everything, so when you move on from those courses, you have a good foundation. This week we take a look at risk mitigation. Of course, in the very chapter one, we learned that you can't eliminate risk. You always have to accept some risk, and it depends on where you are. Is how much risk you're going to accept. So that's what we kind of look at this week. We look at ways to mitigate risk. Does the company accept it, or do you simply push that off onto a third party, either a security firm or insurance? Not a lot of people. Yeah, I haven't really seen insurance companies step up to pay anybody um, through leaks, but we'll see about that. This week, I should say, and clarify, next week, Tuesday, you have time to take the final exam and test, um, and make sure that you are doing the Kaplan to get these test scores up. Um, I know a lot of people don't do that, and they wonder why. Once again, in my courses, you get the grade that you achieve the grade that you put in the work for. Um, C's do get degrees, but some people want A's. I give you the chance in all my courses, no matter what they are, to walk out of here with the grade you want. So do take advantage of that. Remember, I don't round up in this course, since I give you access to um, extra credit. I expect you to use those chances. Let's see, for the ONST Writing Lab, make sure you put that one in there. I got one email about the security policy. There is a Dropbox for the security policy. It's at the very bottom, and I'll tell you a hint. Sometimes your D2L page is like at, I think it's like 20. I think the default's 20, and this is maybe 10. And this is all you see. Make sure to, every class maximize that 200 per page. I don't know a class that has 200. I don't teach 200, but make sure to always maximize that and see everything on one page instead of having to flip to multiple pages. So that is your answer there. Um, and that answers that question, where to submit that. And with that, let's see, course materials, content. Make sure you prepare yourself for the final. Give yourself ample time, because that will cover everything from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. We crammed a lot. And I will give you guys a skills final. You don't have to do it. Repeat, skills final. It's not graded, but that's just a basic overview of what we did in this course over the summer that you're capable of doing. So, if you're looking to add to your resume, um, these are all skills that you have now or have done, read about, topics you've read about, things you're familiar with. So feel free to mark those. About using what was that? You know how to make rules in a firewall. You know how to look at rules in a firewall. You know how to use BitLocker. Uh, there's many skills that you guys read about, that you now possess. And once again, we covered a lot in 10 weeks. Um, if you ever need a refresher or something, feel free to look at that memo. Remember, we'd have until the 4th. Um, so make sure that you do, if you're unhappy with your grade, make sure you bring up your grade. I can't stress that enough. And a lot of people don't take advantage of that. But yeah, that's really it. Make sure to get that new assignment that was posted in. It's the ONST Writing Lab. Once again, it's online stalking, basically. You can find out so much information from a company about a person. Um, yeah, I mean, it's really crazy of what's on the internet out there at this time, and just how easy it is to do reconnaissance on a company and do that basically social engineering, social attack. Um, gather all that information and then execute that social engineering attack. So make sure to get that security policy in that Dropbox, and that's all I have for you guys this week. It's our last week together. Once again, security, um, one of my favorite topics. Um, yeah, networking, I should say, probably my favorite topic, but security ranks up there with it, just because it's fun to talk about and explore in a deeper fashion. To say, okay, what if scenario? Let's do this with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. Um, if you need anything from me, feel free to use my email, george.lemos@frontrange.edu. Um, that's probably one way to get a hold of me. The Google Hangouts, I will close about a week after class ends. So feel free to make sure to reach out, create those friend bonds, because chances are if you took 132, your next steps are probably another couple 100 classes and then quite a few 200 level classes, and you're going to see the exact same people in those courses. With that, have a great week, and I will talk to you again.